I've just arrived at Fanatics Fest, and I can already tell you this is going to be an all-time epic event. Just look at this place. It's humongous. I cannot wait to see the show floor. You ready to go? Let's go. So let's start in the card section of the show. Now we know Fanatics Fest has all kinds of experiences and things going on, but many of you like me are curious to know what is the card show element of this show going to be like, and this is our first answer. So as I'm looking here, I see what appears to be a really large card show. So if this was nothing other than a card show, it's pretty massive actually. It's a big card show, but one of the things that I noticed right off the bat is the uniformity of the dealer tables. This is, in my opinion, actually a really big deal. These dealer tables, they have put the same design of showcases out for every single dealer table. They have the same table skirts. The tabletops are the same across the entire room of hundreds and hundreds of dealer tables. I think this really matters because if you look at this show floor, it looks more crisp and polished than what you're used to seeing at more card shows. Okay, so this table here, this is our Cards HQ booth. So when this show opens, by the time you're watching this, the doors are gonna be starting to open and we're gonna have this table full of cards for selling, but we're also going to be buying. One of our main objectives at this show is to be buying cards from collectors. I want to show you one more thing over here, this Topps Hobby Hall area. This is where they're going to be having collector content throughout the course of the entire show. So they've got a stage set up here in the middle, and then they've got all of these little tables around it. And I don't know exactly how people are going to use these when the show opens, but my guess is this is going to be for trading. I think you're gonna probably see a lot of people pop out on all of these tables, put cards out, and trade with other collectors. And if that's the case, if you start seeing a lot of trading here over the next couple of days, that's gonna be a super cool experience, trading right in the middle of the show floor. That's something we really haven't seen at other shows before, and we might see it this weekend at Fanatics Fest. A lot of really big companies in the hobbies have set up impressive booths here at Fanatics Fest. I think that these are going to be filled with awesome looking cards and lots of cool stuff to see, lots of eye candy for any collector who shows up at this show, including, by the way, our friends at Pristine Auction. Pristine Auction is sponsoring our coverage of Fanatics Fest, and they've got a very special offer for you watching from home. If you go to pristineauction.com right now and register with promo code FFNYC, they're gonna hook you up with $20 free in your account to use towards your first purchase at Pristine Auction, and that's good news because they've got all kinds of awesome cards and memorabilia for sale, from very inexpensive items all the way on up to their elite items, which are amazing. Check it out, pristineauction.com, promo code FFNYC. So for the first time ever, the UFC has set up a full octagon at a fan event for fans to come check out and get photos inside and, I don't know, maybe even fight people they don't like in the hobby, who knows. Look at this, guys, this is wild. This is gonna be your walk-up to your octagon experience up this bridge here. This octagon is huge. Like this thing is big time right here. It gives you a sense of the scope of this entire thing. Look at this. Wow. All right, so this is super cool. The NBA has set up a whole fan experience here. Looks like you're gonna have the opportunity to shoot some hoops with your fellow hobbyists. This is gonna be a pretty fun environment to come hoop while you're enjoying a card show.
I think I'm cute. I know I'm sexy. I've got the looks that drives a girl wild. I've got the moves.
We've made it to the NFL booth, and if this looks at all familiar to you, it's probably because you've been to the Super Bowl experience before. I had the chance of going to the Super Bowl experience in Atlanta a few years ago, and it a lot of it felt like this. And in fact, here, they've got a 40-yard dash running competition, and that's similar to what they had at the Super Bowl experience. This entire activation feels like that type of experience, an interactive fan experience where you can come here and you can hang out, you can see Super Bowl rings on display from all the different Super Bowls. This is gonna be a really cool interactive fan experience when it's all set up and done. Now the cool part is this is blended with a card show, and I can tell you right off the bat, seeing this, man, my kids would love this. They would love to come run some, 40-yard dashes over here and get their energy out and then go look at football cards on the show floor. I love the combination of the fan experience and the card show being brought together. Fanatics Fest is the first show in the history of the world that has ever done that in such an epic way. Seems like we got all the different sports leagues represented here. This is MLS. So they are obviously building on the hype. MLS has been gaining a lot of steam in recent years, getting more and more popular. Of course, now Messi plays in the MLS, which is only taking interest up further. Looks like we got a little mini soccer field that's going to be activated here where you can shoot on net and that type of thing. And this whole thing, this whole area just has the feel of being very, very interactive. And in fact, I'm going to walk you over here. We got a kid zone, it looks like, over here. I don't know exactly what's going to be happening in these different booths when this is all set up and open, but you can see by the nature of it, we've got like multiple stations for kids to come and play and have a good time. And man, this actually could be kind of the ultimate family event. You could bring kids of any age, they're gonna have a blast over here. Then you can sneak off and look at sports cards if your kids aren't into them while they're playing over here. This seems like this is bringing all of this together under one roof. It's something really unique, it's something special that has never been done before. So this is the autograph section. This area is of course quiet now, but once this show gets going, this area is going to be absolutely packed because they brought some incredible athletes to sign autographs here at Fanatics Fest. And as I look at this setup here, I'm really impressed. Look at the quality of the backdrop and the booths where the players are going to be to sign autographs. This is not just, tables, with little tablecloths on them. This is professionally produced, really nice looking stuff. And that matters because people want to get really nice photos with their favorite athlete, and they're going to be able to get photos on what's a really cool backdrop and a really, really nice setup. You can tell Fanatics put a lot of money into this to try to really make this event a class above anything we've seen before, and so far I think they're delivering. So this is pretty cool, an entire store within a show. So Lids has set up their own hobby shop here, and it really feels like you're shopping in a Lids store. You've got all of the different hats and jerseys and everything on display, including something special they're doing just for Fanatics Fest. They have these Lids and Tops Players Chase boxes. These boxes include 3 Lids hats, plus a special pack of Topps Chrome cards, and it's possible that one of those Lids hats that you would get inside one of those boxes is autographed. So there's the opportunity to actually find all kinds of good stuff inside here. They're dropping it for the first time ever at this show. I might have to wander over and pick one up once the show opens. All right, now this is something a little classier than you see at most card shows. Fanatics Fest has set up a pretty incredible bar. This is like a real deal bar with all kinds of great choices, top shelf stuff. I don't know, Fanatics Fest might turn into a little bit of a party if people start hitting this during the day. They're certainly set up for that type of capacity here. Lots of top shelf stuff going on. It's gonna be fun to see what the crowd's like here at this bar come tomorrow afternoon. Now this is pretty wild. First Take on ESPN is going to be live at Fanatics Fest. In fact, by the time you're watching this video, they're probably live on ESPN right now doing First Take from Fanatics Fest. That is super cool. They got a bunch of chairs set up for folks to come watch, so they'll have a live audience here at the show. It's going to be a lot of fun. I look forward to popping into one of these chairs and seeing this show go down. For our hockey fans, the NHL has an awesome setup at Fanatics Fest. They've got an accuracy challenge back over here where you can take shots. Come on. Hit a target. There we go. Let's go. Go. Over here, they've got target practice, which is pretty sweet as well. More ability to take shots. And then here we've got like this whole VR experience. I don't even know quite what this thing's gonna be like, but what I do know is it's a big area for like, I think what's gonna be a really, really cool VR type game that you can come interact with and play as part of the NHL experience. Right behind the NHL experience, check this out. Fanatics has their own Superstore set up here on the floor of Fanatics Fest. This looks like this is like, wow, this is a huge store of all kinds of jerseys and Fanatics apparel of all types, all different teams, all different leagues represented. If you're a fan of, I don't know, the Bills, Josh Allen, looks like you've got an entire, selection here of all of Josh Allen's jerseys and really every single team, it appears, from every single sports league. So this is kind of cool. A lot of card shows have like their own shirts. Well, Fanatics Fest has a whole selection of shirts that's specific to their show, and they've got all kinds of really, really cool designs. What I like in particular is these designs that remind me of a Topps pack, a little bit of symbolism in here of sports. And in fact, over here, you can see even more of these on display. They've got a whole nother section over here of more Fanatics Fest shirts and jackets and everything like that. That's pretty cool. What's up, sir? Welcome to Fanatics Fest, man.
Thank you. What
are your initial impressions of this?
It's massive.
Yeah.
So big.
Yeah.
Venue is it's exactly what you'd want for an event like this. It's huge.
Yeah. Yeah. It's cool. It's cool to see. It's going to be exciting to see what the next couple days here is like. All right, are you ready to enter the future? I don't know what this is, but this is what this thing looks like. What are we about to walk into? This is wild. They got a cool holographic thing up here. That's super cool. But what I do know is it's pretty awesome. It's a nice showpiece to look at. I like it. We'll see what it's like when it opens up tomorrow. Fanatics Fest is going to be absolutely epic. I hope you can make it here. The show's taking place all day Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at the Javits Center here in New York City. But if you can't make it, don't worry. We got you covered. We've got great videos coming out this weekend on the Sports Card Investor channel. Check back Sunday for 2 epic videos from the show floor. We'll see you then.